It's not starting soon, it's starting right now. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to On Loose Lanes. Back for another week, and I encourage people to get involved in the show where we talk harness racing. Might talk mad cats and dogs as well as they go along. We've got a few guests coming on tonight. We're going to have Louise Toolman very shortly. We'll also have Duncan McPherson and hopefully Husey. I have spoke to Husey a couple of times today, so hopefully we can get Husey on. He has actually gone to Sydney. He's on the road, so he's going to be in Bathurst, I believe, on Wednesday night for Woodlands. So Woodlands winners tomorrow, devoted entirely to what's his name actually, down by the seaside. So full show on him will be released tomorrow morning. So please get involved in that. If you've got anything to say, you know how this show works. Get involved. Drop us a line. Drop us a comment. We'll keep you in the loop. We've got that one down. We'll just make sure of that. But yeah, we want to get as many people message out there for harness racing. I don't care what it is. Let's be as positive as we can and bring up some really cool points. We've already got a couple of people that have liked the show straight away. And yeah, so if you're watching, get involved. If you don't want to get involved and you just want to enjoy the show, please do. Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. I better just make sure the YouTube one. Yep, it started, so we're all good to go. Yep, it's good now. So just want to make sure that it was up and running as well. So yeah, big show. We're going to get some of the guests on that, as I said, the people that support me with their stallions, get some messaging out. There's some great news coming around with Classic Connection and the likes. So plenty of good stuff. Been doing a little bit with the Riverina Paceway. For some reason, this dropped off that page. Wagga Harness Racing Rail. We've got a good one to talk about. Don't want that. Sorry, just got me little computers doing a couple of things. Anthony Fanning, hello to you. But we are going to start it on a bit of a somber note. I'm wondering if this might open up further. No, it's a little bit hard to get this one for some reason. I can't get this to go full screen, and I don't know why that is. Maybe because it's. I wonder if I do this, might be able to see it a bit better anyway this way. We'll go over to this screen here, but this is to a helping hand for Ash. I'm actually going to read it so people can see it, but go to the Riverina Paceway on all socials if you're watching this on Twitter, Facebook, or any of the above. The Wagga Harness Racing Club is proud to present a helping hand for Ash, supporting Ash Hart, who has recently been diagnosed with breast cancer at just 28 years of age. We're running an online auction for a range of equine products and stallion services, along with online raffle featuring a variety of prizes. A huge thank you to everyone who has donated products and services towards the fundraiser. All funds raised will be going directly to Ash. Your participation will help make the difference in her life during this challenging time, and we thank you for your support. The auction is currently live and will finish at 6 o'clock Monday, the 8th of September. So I believe I might be able to do something there again with Auctions Plus. We might even be able to round that up. So we'll just see how we go. 6 p.m. we might start on loose lines a bit earlier. Stuart Tanner, hello to you as well. The raffle will be live in the coming days and will end on the 23rd of October. So plenty of time to get involved with there. Here's a message from Ash. I can't thank the Wagga Harness Racing Club enough and everyone behind the scenes who have worked hard in organising the fundraiser to support me. To all the businesses who kindly donated, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your generosity, your kindness has been overwhelming and very much appreciated. To everyone who has reached out to myself and family with words of love and support, thank you. It means the world to me. So I think Ash, everyone will be in this agreement with me that stay strong and you've got this. We've got plenty of supporters out there. And, you know, I know so many great stories about Ash away from the industry as well. So a couple of good little stories around the Sandersons in their moment of need. I know she dropped everything, her and Cam dropped everything to look after, I'm in trouble, but Abby Sanderson, and they dropped it straight away, and they are a big family, and I think people need to get behind this cause. So you just click onto this link that goes into a helping hand. This is at Auctions Plus. So the link is there. The connections are there. If you want to get any more, go to Laura. You can see Laura's name just here at the corner at the Riverina Paceway or Wagga Harness Racing Club if people aren't aware of the two flow over effects. But yeah, get behind there. The T's and C's are there. But there are all your your auction items. So sandbar service. I'll just go into that and just see. So I don't know a lot about this horse. I probably should have looked into that. So it doesn't actually say, it just says sandbar service. So follow the stars service, ride high. So sandbar is the horse. Woodland stud, $1,000 voucher. Tintin in America service fee. Warrawee knee service fee. For a reason service fee. Entry free and sustaining free for the 2026 nutrient yearling sale. So you can buy that. Work, sulky and seat, dust sheet. I think I saw that the other day at Wagga when I was there. $800 carbine hamper. Runner's relief hamper. 2 of those. Mick Boots donated both of those. JC Milton and Co. Well done to the guys there. Charles Couchy and crew. Zilko, a Buxton breastplate from the Juni. I'll just go Juni. We won't worry about who actually donated that, so that's fine. 500 kilo Conqueror Milling Company Cool and Heat. That's at Cootamundra. Harness set and hobbles from Garrard's Horse and Hound. Harness set and hobbles from Garrard's Horse and Hound. Mustard shoeing vest and a mustard shoeing vest as well. So well done to all of those organisations getting behind it, but please dig deep and let's get behind it and help Ash raise some money and support. And I think that's the number one thing that she actually says there on that. You know, she's overwhelmed by the support. I don't think we can give her enough. So plenty to go there. We do pacing for pink. Sorry, got to go that way. It's a bit backwards. So well, we support so many people raising money for the nurses and midwives, and we should. I've got that many hats. I'm not sure where that one is. I have worn it lately, so it's possibly over there, which is no good, but there is pacing for pink. But we get behind so many great causes in this industry. Let's get behind one of our own and help her out in this moment of need. I think it's a very, very simple one, and it's very easy for us to do, and I think we need to be able to do it. So, yeah, for a great cause. So thank you very much to the guys that have liked the show, Derek Delaney and crew. Thank you for that. If you like it, if you're on YouTube, hit like, hit subscribe. You know how it works and get behind it. But please, back to the Riverina Paceway and give so well for Ash. I give a lot of support to Riverina Paceway. They are awesome for me. I've got a couple other good little anecdotes coming forward, but I would like to just leave it at that for the minute and make sure that people are aware of it. So let's get behind a great cause for one of our own. Doesn't matter what state she's from. Rightio. Plenty of news coming around. It is breeding time, so we will try. I'm going to try this. Always get nervous just calling people, but Louise is expecting my phone call. So I still haven't fixed the podcaster, so we will get to that problem at some stage. But hopefully we've got Louise ready to go.
Hello.
Hello, Louise.
Hello, how are you?
Good. I said I'm hoping you're ready, and I'm not ready for you, but that's okay. I'll just get your picture and that up as we're going. But firstly, welcome back. Been a while.
Yeah, no, thanks for that, Paul. Yep, just getting ready to get Pilates, to be honest.
That's okay. I won't hold you for too long, but I'll hold you long enough too, because there is plenty of good stuff coming out of Yabby Dam Farms, and we are going to just purely call it that for tonight's show, because we want to get the message out there that there will be a name change going forward. But plenty of great news coming out of Yabby Dam Farms at the minute.
We couldn't be happier with, the performance of a couple of our stallions, especially, Classic Connections, first crop. I've hit the racetrack and they've hit the racetrack running. You can't do more than he's done. He's got 4 starters, 4 winners. So, we can't be happier than that. And, I think, like we've seen, Paul, and you've already sort of interviewed Nathan and Pat about it, there's a couple there that look like they might be the real deal sort of thing. So, it's always very exciting to see young stock and young stallions getting out there and hitting the board running.
Yeah, well, he's 4 from 4, and, Duncan's got quite a unique one with Aldebaran Eagle. I think it's the exciting part, if you like, about a lot of these sires that are standing at the minute. I don't know too many stallions that have gone 4 from 4. I think it's fairly rare, and you talk to Pat, you do, I do, and I know plenty of other people do as well. He wasn't probably the precocious sire on his ranks. I think EL Titan and On a Streak fit that category a little bit better. than Classic. So this is just a bonus with what he's able to do so far, because they should be better horses later in the season and obviously as 3-year-olds.
Yeah, I think that's the case. I think we probably think that because he's by Love You, of course. But then we need to remember that his mother was a 2-year-old of the year in the US. She was 2-year-old champion over there. So maybe we haven't given enough credit to the dam there, Paul.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, and look, I talk a lot to Greg Gangle, and he said she went by a few different names, but her name is Cry's Dream. But a couple of the race callers used to call her a little bit differently over there. But she's definitely she was $1 million earner herself. I think that flies under the radar a little bit. She's I think 10 winners from 11 foals from memory, Louise. I haven't got it up in front of me, but it's something like that. It's an amazing record of her own foals. But then the same time, she was just a great racehorse herself.
Yeah, look, her dam, she herself only had the 2 foals.
Was it? Sorry.
Both by Love Yous, both winners, sort of thing. So, but I suppose maybe in some respects too, Paul, we maybe forget sometimes that he was bred by Mr. Dubois, who is world renowned and probably noted as probably the best breeder of the trotter in the world, really.
Yep, and it was quite interesting. A little one that I did find. I don't know if other people picked up on it in the interview, but that Franco-American cross, which the first actually it was the second winner of his, but only a day apart, but was named that. Charles Couchy was very clever getting that name across. But Just Believe is actually that same, French horse over the American bloodline. So it is a line that works, and it's exciting new line of the dynamics, if you like, to the breeding bone.
Yeah, and I think, like today I've been on the phone talking to multiple different Kiwi breeders, and, I've spoken to a couple of people that, have lived overseas and understand French racing, and, like we say, unless you've actually experienced it and seen it, fortunate to do. The French trotter is an amazing beast. They have an amazing gait and things like that. So I think, all of that holds us in good stead going forward, and I suppose Classic showing that his deeds of what he's done already on the racetrack at an early siring age.
He is indeed. EL Titan is the other one that's leaving some exciting news already in North America again this year. Off a small crop of horses, I think 18 horses sired, not necessarily born, but sired this year, and doing some amazing things.
Yeah, look, I think you can't be happier. I personally, have an EL Titan filly here that, we posted out on the she trotted like a machine from the day she was born. She was 3 months old when, we took that video footage of her. She's out of by muscle mass, so you've got the duplication of the muscle in her, which some people might say is a bit close, but she was a 3x3 cross to Muscles Yankee, and it's definitely worked. And look, you can't underestimate what he's done. His foals look amazing. He's a leading sire, of the average 2-year-olds in America this year, like you say, off 18 foals, 11 of race hit the tracks. But, we saw him there early days and thought, God, we need to highlight this. He's up there, and, he's still up there, and I think his average earner is at the moment over $20,000, and one of his sons, Titan's Mischief, is fourth highest earner for a 2-year-old in the US. So, he is the real deal. I think some people sometimes probably maybe underestimate him or don't rate him because of where we've set his service fee at. But, we all know that, for stallions to make their mark, they need progeny on the ground, and Pat wants to make these stallions available to most breeders, whether you're a commercial breeder or, breeding for yourself. And that's why we've set them at a price point to make them affordable, in the tough climate that we've got at the moment.
Yeah, well, so Titan's Mischief won on the weekend. I'm going to say Saturday American time. Titan's Mischief cruised home in 157.4 to claim the $108,000 New York Sire Stakes for the 2-year-old trotting colts and geldings. that's a serious race. So a lot of those stats I put on the interview with Pat were done. That interview was done Sunday morning. I took those stats before I went out there, the photo. So those stats will actually even be higher now because he would have won since that went when I published that. So it's just an amazing little record that he's getting, this horse, and he's the real deal. It's easy for people to understand his breeding in a way, Louise, but sometimes you've got to break it down. He's by Muscle Hill. They work. You don't need to be a rocket scientist. We know they all work here in Australia and New Zealand. They cross so well. Then he has that Cantab family, including Cantab Hall. We know about Volstead. We know everyone wants to get that Cantab Hall into their line. He's from the same family. So he ticks so many easy boxes, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's right. No, it's he's the Cantab Hall line. By Muscle Hill out of the maternal family, of Cantab Hall and all the halls. So, it's very exciting to have him. He's doing a really good job. Like Pat said in the interview you did with him the other day, he's getting calls, multiple calls, people wanting to actually get him back to the US that just makes us feel, pretty tough to have him on our roster.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's super, super exciting there. The rest of the roster, Louise, I'm going to go to the Australians first when I find it. There it is there. So we've got Call Me the Breeze standing here as well for his first season. So he's there and available for people.
Yep. No, look, he's also on our roster. He's standing up there at Golden Valley with the other two boys. So, he's available to breeders. A little bit more expensive than the other two boys. I suppose he's our new boy on the block with Always Ready that we'll cover in a minute. That isn't proven, but you would expect, from what he's performed on the racetrack, from the family he's from, and, he is from very closely related to, like E.L. Titan and what we're doing there. His sister's gone on and we've seen what she produced in her filly, that's her filly by Classic. So, it's a current bloodline. He's got a mother that's, by Muscle Hill over there in Europe. He's one of the best 3-year-olds, so it's a family that's current at the moment.
Are you going to try and say his name?
Gino Strablighi.
Oh, you're joking. You and Pat have been practicing because Pat rattled it off yesterday as well, and I was just being cheeky. I thought, you've got no chance. You've nailed it.
Yep, no. You can tell that I did a little bit of, I did a bit of French when I went to school.
I've done none, and I am not going to even try to do it. But yeah, he's 9. He was. Call Me the Breeze was a horse that was maternal family, just amazing. I think that was the one that was 11 from 10 winners from 11 foals. So it's just a ridiculous family right through as well. So go from there. So I'll put that banner back up. We've got EL Titan, which we touched on, and Classic Connection. So they're all in Victoria, all eligible. If you win one of those breeders' bonuses as well, Louise, you're able to use that $5,000 bonus on those horses there to redeem back your service fee. So if you can win one of the right races, you can breed to those boys for nothing.
Yep, that's right. So, that's where those boys are this year. And then, our other two boys that are standing in Australia, of course, have headed up the East Coast and are residing up there at Somerset Farms now. So we've sent yous to me and Always Ready up there to capitalise on those very lucrative Q-bred bonuses.
Yep. Of course, Always Ready won the Vic Bred as a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. Didn't make it in the 3-year-old, and then also won the Breeders' Crown. He was 2-year-old Trotter of the Year and 4-year-old Trotter of the Year. He's ready cash. Huge opportunity for Queensland breeders, but also Victorian people, don't forget, because you then get the 2-for-1. You've got a Q-bred horse that are available for such rich offerings, and then also back here in Victoria as well. So there is that 2-for-1 bonus, isn't it?
Yeah, and Always Ready, yes, he was 2- and 4-year-old champion. He didn't race at 3, so he had no opportunity to back up as a 3-year-old. So, he's up there. He's had a very small little number of crops over the last couple of years, little test crops. The people that do have them, Robbie Morris has got one, and also a trainer, I think, God, I've forgotten his name, it's dreadful. Another guy in Victoria's got one. They can't be happier with them.
Yep.
Yeah, and we'll see how they get on. But, you can't. He's buy-ready cash out of a really good family. The family have let me through who, didn't go to the elite lot but was an elite lot invitee sort of thing. So,
yep.
So he's got everything going for him. And, hopefully we can secure some people to breed to him this year and, take advantage of the Q-bred bonus.
Yep. And then, of course, the other one is Used to Me, who's a 3-time Group 1 winning sire. You don't have to say too much more. He's amazing value for money, $1,500, and proven sire. Leaves good racehorses, actually leaves beautifully temperamented horses as well. So he ticks a lot of boxes. Just a favourite. Fair to say, is Bianca Brio's favourite?
Definitely. He's definitely her favourite. And look, he's a lovely horse. He produces. He throws a type. He throws a lot of horses with his own markings. Look, he can't be doing any better than what he's doing. You know what I mean? At the moment, from a horse with limited opportunities, and hasn't had access to the best mares out there either. But he just keeps throwing winner after winner.
Yep.
I think he's in the top 10, of the sires list at the moment for all age horses. And look, he's for a proven horse at that price point. I think he's definitely should be on people's radar, really, sort of thing. So I personally bred one. Paul, you saw him, Chestnut Pete. He sold. He sold at the sales for over 20 grand. So that's a fair profit margin, if you want to look at it that, if you're looking to breed one to sell, and he was a cracking type. And my husband said, I wonder what he would have thrown if I sent the mares elsewhere. But, he said, look, I don't think I could have got much nicer horse. So, so that's used to me, and fingers crossed, people do sort of understand the quality horse he has and the opportunities that he's been given and what he's done.
And for the Australian viewers as well, we have Honest Streak available still here in Australia, 3,500 plus GST. But he is standing domiciling in New Zealand at Way Air Farms.
Yeah, that's right. So his semen will come across chilled. It will come across just like, a Woodlands stallion.
Yep.
So it will come across and be available for Australian breeders. So, people, he wasn't available to the Aussies last year, but he's available to them this year. And, by all reports, both here and over in New Zealand, the people that have got them and have broken them in, the reports are very encouraging.
No, absolutely. And then the New Zealanders, and I know you've got a 6:30 class, so it's okay. We're going okay.
I've got to get there, Paul. I'm just going to get in the car.
Oh, you're not allowed to speed while you're talking to me. With the New Zealanders, of course, they have also the access to all cashed up as well. The 2 Queensland horses are not available in New Zealand, but you do have the access to Honest Streak and all cashed up, both fresh semen in New Zealand at Way Air Farm.
Yep, that's right. And we've just done a little bit of a promotion for the boys over there in New Zealand. So the Kiwi breeders can, if they book and sign a contract for all cashed up and Honest Streak, there is a reduction in their service fee. So if anybody's interested in those 2 boys, make sure that they've, if they've seen the email, they make contact with us, give us a call. They want to sort of do a bit of a pedigree match or things like that. We're happy to assist in that respect. We just look forward to a really good season. It's all started extremely well for us in the respect of the deeds that the boys have. Oh, sorry, I better put my seatbelt on. The way the boys have started, you know what I mean? Sort of thing on a really positive note. And we just want to, let people know that any questions they want, no question's a silly question. If they want to know something about the temperament of the horses, matches of the horses, size, build, all of those sort of things. We're happy to help the breeder out.
Yep. Yep. Sorry, I'm getting messages everywhere. So Bianca Brio has informed me that we're still going through with harassedtrotters.com.au at the minute, but there is a rebranding. But the stallions will soon be available. Keep an eye out for the Yabby Dam Farms.com.au. So that'll be coming soon. That page is already up, I believe, as a website, but not with the stallions as much. So the stallions will be incorporated in that. But we do still want people to go to harassedtrotters.com.au, don't we?
Yes, that's right. So, at the moment, the Harada Trotters website is up. So if anybody wants any information, just go to that one. And then once we launch the new website and the new branding, all the stallion information will be transferred across there as well.
Yep, absolutely. So, no, very good. All right, you've got 5 minutes. Don't want to put any pressure on you. Don't be speeding. We don't imagine that. Wouldn't that be cool? Getting an interview and being pulled over at the same time. That'd be pretty cool. That. So only.
I really don't want to do that. I don't think I'll be very popular if that's the case. But I must. Can I give the Pilates studio a plug?
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. This is shameless. This is why it's called On Loose Lines. This show.
So if you're in the Ballarat area and you want to do a really good Pilates class in a lovely new studio in the little hamlet of Bunningyong, just outside of Ballarat, look up Conditioned with a K, lovely studio that my son and his partner have put together here in the old fire shed in Bunningyong. So the other thing is, if you see the Herald Sun on this Wednesday, you may see a little story about Hannah and her move to the country and the challenges and the obstacles that she's had to go through, and what she enjoys about living in the country. So a city girl met her farmer, and is now residing just outside of Ballarat. So there will be a story in the Herald Sun about them on Wednesday.
And you said the old Bunningyong fire station. I presume they've got a new one.
Yeah, we have a new fire. Yep, good. We have a new fire station, a more upgraded one that actually can house a couple of fire engines to assist. Of course, come the season. We don't really like the fire season in the summertime.
No, I know. I do know that. Louise, thank you. Really appreciate you coming on. We just want to get the message out there. As I say, these people support me. I'm shameless. Duncan, yourself, Woodlands, all great supporters of me. Breeding season is about to start. We need to get this message out there. We want as many people breeding in this industry as we can to continue to grow it. So go to Yabby Dam Farms, yabbydam.com.au for a lot of your updates. Keep an eye on that, but harassedtrotters.com.au to find out, and the booking forms, and also the stallion selector I think is there as well. So there's plenty there for people to see, Louise.
Yeah, and look, like I say, between Pat, myself, and Georgia, there's plenty of people for people to make contact with, have a chat to, and we're more than happy just to have a look at your mares and see what sort of is a good cross, and even if for some reason you're not breeding this year, give us a call, and potentially we might be able to twist your arm.
Yep, good as gold. Louise, thank you. Okay. Enjoy your Pilates. Don't snap a hamstring.
No, I won't. Not a problem. See ya.
See ya. It's Louise Toolman. There, I probably shouldn't have said that. Was possibly a little bit cheeky, but that's getting there with Yabby Dam Farms. Great supporters of mine. This is no good because this message thing's been going off its head. I probably should highlight some of those, and then it'll be a bit more fun. But we will be getting Duncan McPherson on very, very shortly. I am going to go back here to this one for 1 sec while I do get a few things, because the Swan Hill Stallion tender is available. We've got 14 stallions available. We've had Down by the Seaside, King of the North, Lather Up, Elite Stride. I think Zeus is the next one. Yep, his first season. Pastor Stephen, Ride High, Raging Bull, Soho Tribeca, Sky Valley, Imperial Count. They're not quite in alphabetical order. Sundawn's Courage and Kinvent Avenger for Truscott Lodge. Call Me the Breeze for Yabby Dam Farms. Get in touch with the team at swanhilltrots.com.au. and you'll be able to get there from that as well. So great supporters of mine with a lot of those going through. We will try to get Mr. McPherson on the phone.
Thank you for calling to Construct.
Oh, that's a wrong number. Something went wrong there. I know what happened there. We'll go to this one and bring that up. Sorry, Dunk. Get that one there. Hey, mate.
Paul, how are you?
Very well. You'll be happy. You'll be happy to know that 2 Construct is closed just at the minute. So
That's all right.
I rang the office number by mistake. But firstly, how are you?
Wonderful. How are you?
Good. It's a great time of year. This time of year, I think, on the eve, if you like, of the breeding season. A few people get nervous, but I think it's always exciting myself.
Oh, wonderful time of the year for our industry, and we all should celebrate the fact and look forward to the progeny of whoever and wherever we mate our mares to whichever stallions, paces or trotters, and we've all got something to look forward to in 27, 28.
Duncan, this is possibly going to sound like a bit of a silly one in a way. How much time do you put into looking into stallions and who's standing and where they are?
I would suggest, considering Aldebaran Park is fortunate, we've got mares globally, so we would spend, an inordinate amount of time to understand the genetics of what's going on. We also look at the stallions and their golden crosses, both in Europe and in America. And then because we brought so many mares out from Sweden and America, we then apply that logic and that research, if you like, into what we may then cross our mares with down here in the Southern Hemisphere, noting that a lot of the stallions that we have available to us, whether it be, Pat stallions or our stallions at Aldebaran Park, we're always trying to get the best genetic possible to increase the possibility of Southern Hemispherical one-day dominance in the Northern Hemisphere.
It's one of those things. I know Pat's, quite. I won't say vocal about it, but it's one of his little things. He's so happy we can do here that we can experiment a little bit with our bloodlines, or a lot with our bloodlines, if you like, and that we have that freedom. Where in France, especially, they don't have that freedom, and it's a little bit more restrictive than a few of the other countries as well.
Yeah, but I think that there's a reason the French have always protected their stud book, and we've got to be able to respect the French. I mean, I don't know how many foals and mares they're breeding now, but, years and years ago when we started going up there in the, they were breeding, 13,000, 14,000 mares a year. So you've got to understand the volume, and you'd go to a stallion station up there and there'd be 20 stallions there. I mean, and that was just in a regional location. So it was mind-boggling. Different ball game up there, different ball game down here, and everyone has a theory. And I was listening with interest to Yabby Dam Farms earlier and to Louise. I mean, we all have our stallion matching, genetic stallion matching opportunities on all our websites down here. And a bit like Louise, if you're not sure, we're always Pat, because at the end of the day, both, most of the stallion owners of trotters down in the Southern Hemisphere are all interested in increasing the genetic to ensure that the Northern Hemisphere see us as a destination to send stallions, and I guess that's one of the most important.
I think also
breeding to the best, and we've got to make sure we're all looking after each other.
Yeah, and I think what she did say there too is a very, very important thing. There's no such thing as a silly question, and I think the luxury of breeding trotters compared to pacers is we are spoilt for choice, but with that, you've got to have a pretty good knowledge of why you're doing certain things. So, even Louise might not be able to answer a question. She might go to Pat. Pat gives her the question. Pat might ring you. You know what I mean? Like there's always these questions that come up. I know, there's plenty of people I talk to. Why does this work? People like, his name's just Neville Pangrazzi. I was about to say his name left me. Quite often I'll talk to him. Why do you think this works? And that's one of the great things about the trotter at the minute, isn't it?
One. And item two, if you look back in history, every single stallion always has a superstar. So you've got to, with no disrespect to any of those superstars, you've virtually got to put a line through them because we're all trying to get the average And I mean, when we talk about average, I mean, the amazing thing, I think it's in New Zealand this year, there's 29 trotting stallions, 28 pacing stallions. I think in our 4 out of the 10 might be trotting races. Years and years ago, that wasn't the case. And there's figures being floated around at the moment that 38% of the mares bred last year were trotting mares in Victoria. So the big challenge, if that's the, and let's just take 38% when we started our crusade, 18, 20 years ago for the trotters down here, we were sitting between 14 and 16%. And what we're hoping now is, as the trotting enthusiasts, in inverted commas, to align ourselves with the US market where the trotting yearlings, both fillies and colts, over average the pacing horses. So let's just understand that the average sale price at Lexington and Harrisburg for the trotters is greater than the paces. Then we've got an opportunity down here to try and twist the arms of the powers to be to level up the prize money and make ourselves globally relevant so that our trotting owners of stallions in the Northern Hemisphere see us as a real marketable commodity for the best genetics possible.
Yep, absolutely. And the interesting part about those sales too is the fillies outrank the boys. So it's not just
Correct.
the trotters, it's actually the fillies. We're starting to see more people putting more emphasis on the fillies, and we just need that now to turn to these trotting fillies, and you can breed yourself a Rocking with Attitude or a Gatesy's Gem, two-time, one was a two-time Derby Oaks winner at the same tracks.
They both are. They both are.
2 times. 2 different states? Has Gatesy won?
Gatesy won New South Wales, and so did Rockin' with Attitude, Oaks Derby doubles.
Yeah, sorry, but more what I meant was because Rockin' with Attitude actually won in Queensland as well. So she won both those there as well. So that was where I got my mistake. But and there's nothing to say Gatesy won't do that later on this year anyway. So and that's going to be super exciting. And both those, of course, are by Aldebaran Eagle, who is still available for our New Zealand breeders. Now we need to make sure that people are aware of this, Duncan, that he is still available over there, frozen semen.
Well, I mean, Aldebaran Eagle is available in as you've just quite rightly said. And the irony to Aldebaran Eagle is that he had he bred what was the sire of 3 winners in 6 days in 3 different countries. So Lair of the Eagle backed up in Massachusetts at Plainridge Downs and won again. So it's back-to-back for him, 56 and 4. Eagle Hanover won off 30 metres at Ashburton last Thursday night over in New Zealand. And then today Aldebaran Boyd popped up and won over in Perth, over in Western Australia. So for a stallion who hasn't been available for 3 years to have 3 of his progeny winning in 3 different countries around the world, I hope these people in New Zealand understand the impact that he could have to their genetics over there. And there's a limited amount of frozen semen available. And when you win 3 and 6 days in 3 different countries around the world, there's got to be some interest in him, sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I've got these. I have got these. Let's see if I can push the buttons the right way, because I want to make sure people are aware of those 3 winners. So I wonder if I go that way and maybe pinch it that way. There you are. So you can see Lair of the Eagle with the A next to his name, which obviously means he's here in Australia. By that, he trotted 56 and 2, winning there. And that was the second one. I think you said he won the week before as well. So he
won last week as well. Yeah, correct. He's gone back-to-back over at Plainridge in Massachusetts. So, it's a hell of an effort to breed one, let alone sire one down here and have him go up there and go back-to-back. It doesn't happen too often in the trotting ranks, let alone anywhere else.
No. And then I've got these sorted out. Don't worry, Duncan. I've got to get... Oh, no, wrong button. Pardon my French. I just dropped the F-bomb. I keep hitting the wrong button. See, I knew I'd hit the wrong button. We'll get to Zeus in a sec. This was Eagle Hanover. And as you said, he's fast approaching 100,000, Dunk.
Yeah, well, she's a 5-year-old mare over in New Zealand, won off 30 at Ashburton the other night, and she's at just under 90 in stake earnings. Another win will tip her over 100. And then Aldebaran Boyd won over in Perth or Western Australia today, and he's tipped over 100. So, Aldebaran Eagle will end up siring $200,000 earners in the next couple of weeks, and he hasn't been here for 3 years, so I think he's doing a super job. So let's just hope the breeders in New Zealand, even though they've got about 28 or 29 trotting stallions to choose from, they see that this bloke's doing it all around the world.
Yep, and it is, it's exciting. It is super exciting.
Absolutely.
And it's back to what I said to Louise. I think the one thing about the trotters is so many of these firsts, these things that are happening. And you said to me, has it happened before? And I don't think a trotter would have done that. So probably if you had one in France or Europe would have been nice, wouldn't it? He just didn't have the progeny there, but yeah.
Well, we haven't quite got there yet, Paul, but I mean, to go over to the yearling sales in America, buy Aldebaran Eagle, race him in America, have him run in the Hambletonian, bring him down to New Zealand, have all the problems we had with him health-wise, and then he's left, dual New South Wales Derby and Oaks winners, the rocking with stays. I don't think there's many stallions that have been able to do that can put that on their CV.
No, and I know Lucia. She's more commonly known, more familiarly known for the guys there. She's back at work, so that's got to be a good sign as well. So hopefully, fingers crossed for everyone involved that she stays sound and comes back, because she's not only just a good man, like for yourself with Aldebaran Eagle. She's not an up and comer. She's a champion filly. Like she's performed against the best horses going around. She needs to take that next step against the real good ones. But what she's done already, and if she could do that, well, that'd be awesome.
Fingers crossed for the owners and fingers crossed for everyone involved in that situation.
No, absolutely. Right, Zeus is standing at stud. Now, we did a little bit the other day with him, Dunk, but you must be so excited about getting him to the breeding barn.
Oh, wonderful. I mean, he's been up the farm now for 8 days. Tracy took him up with a bag of carrots because that's what he travels with. And him and we're actually... So he's got to serve his 3 weeks in... we've got a quarantine facility that's authorised by DAF. So he'll spend his 3 weeks there and we'll do his blood tests and... all things being equal, we'll be ready to start shipping semen to anywhere in Australia and also over New Zealand. We've registered him for New Zealand size stake and obviously he's Vic bred eligible, so whatever we can register Aldebaran Zeus for, he'll be right. And, we fell short of the 600k mark by about $800, and as Lil said, we should have passed the hat round on the Saturday night to see if we could get him over 600k, but... that's life, and he did a super job, and to be super competitive in his last race as well. Ryan Bobby, who came out and won again the other night, and Lucy ran second in a track record. I mean, there's not much more you can do or ask for your horse, and we're very proud of him, and he looks an absolute treat at the farm. Mel and Danny are up there, and he's letting down perfectly at the moment with a bit of green picking, and he's really enjoying himself, and with the next couple of weeks we'll just make sure everything's ready to go.
We'll get some video work done of him in once he gets through that quarantine period. There'll be some video stuff coming out for him as well. So a bit of a frustrating time for you when you mention that word quarantine. You've got to behave yourself, but go from there. Dunk, one thing I do want to highlight here on this video, Muscle Hill, USA, Zola Boko, Sweden, Viking Kronos, Italian. Like these international bloodlines, what you keep saying, what Pat keeps saying, this horse brings it as well.
Oh, I mean,
just lost him.
Respect for each other, and to be able to bring the genetics down into the southern hemisphere and give people the opportunity to breed. And I mean, it's not only us; the rest of the world's watching what Aldebaran Zeus does. I mean, he did travel around the world, and fingers crossed, we can get some progeny on the ground, and we're all looking forward to it. And we'll be giving him our best shot at Aldebaran Park with some of our wonderfully bred broodmares, and the future's in our own hands, and it's also in the hands of the industry. So, let's hope that we support new stallions. I mean, credit to Elite Stride. I mean, he's done a super job. His first season 2-year-olds on the track. It just goes to show what elite bred genetics can produce in our own rights. And same with Classic Connection. And I mean, Elite's at Aldebaran and Classic Connections at Patton. These are all new stallions. And I just encourage everyone to give our new stallions here in the Southern Hemisphere an opportunity to produce the progeny and put them on the world stage.
And both those horses, and Zeus, and the next horse we're going to talk about, and actually Eagle as well, ridiculously priced. Comparing them to the pacing horses, these guys' prices are just ridiculous, aren't they?
Oh, I mean, we've got to be commercial, and it's the numbers on the ground. And I mean, we all understand... I mean, all the stud masters are empathetic to the current state of the industry. I mean, we all know that we're probably not travelling as well as what we might have been, and we all hope that we can lift up the bat and bat to another level. But if we make them unaffordable and the stallions put them out of the reach of most people, well, then we just ain't going to get numbers on the ground. And the industry, Harness Racing Victoria, Harness Racing Australia, and Southern Hemispherical Trotting need numbers on the ground, and a few of us have banded together to ensure that there's best genetics available to encourage people with brood mares to breed to these horses.
And those best genetics mean you got the opportunity to be able to travel the world. That's the one thing about it. You can do plenty with these horses as well, so you don't rule yourself out for that. Now, Dunk, this next horse is easy for me to sell because I've got a soft spot for him big time at the minute. But Sky Valley just keeps getting the job done. He's just doing a marvellous job. And from our point of view, we had a winner, Mac Flick, won last Wednesday night. And, of course, she is a daughter of his. She's, I think, 5 from 15. Like, he does an amazing job, flies under the radar that much, doesn't he?
Well, yeah, I mean, let's put our feather in our cap for a minute. I mean, I'm Bobby's out of a Sky Valley mare.
Yep.
So he's genetically doing it with his current racing stock, and he's leaving the mares to produce those good horses. And I mean, Bobby's won 6, and we're very proud to the fact that not only is he doing it on and off the track, he's doing it in the broodmare barn. He just keeps doing it. He's third, I think, on the was currently third when I last looked on the All Australian Stallion roster. And for a horse who's done the job and is still producing 2-year-old winners and 8-year-old winners, or whatever the case may be, he's done a fantastic job. And you know, we've left his service fee pretty much the same as what he started. We obviously offer him to all the stallion tenders around Australia, whether it be in Port Pirie or
Swan
I
Hill.
think we've got one up at Darling Downs at the moment, and we're definitely supporting. They've rung us up at Terang, so I've offered the support down to Terang, and he's at Swan Hill, so and Victor Harbour and over in South Australia. So look, we put him up there. We try and put our numbers on the ground, and we're very supportive of all these clubs with their stallion rosters, and the generosity shown by the Stallion Masters, even with the Swan Hill tender. I think you mentioned there was 14 stallions available. I mean, what a wonderful opportunity, not only for breeders to bid and breed, but the generosity of our stud masters is second to none here in Victoria.
Over 50% of trotters. I'm not going to say that it's how many over, because I'm going off the top of my head. I'm happy to throw that out there, that it will be over 50% will be trotters, that's for sure. I think there's only 4 paces, but there might be 5. I will have a look a bit later on. I'll count them up when I play that video again for the guys at Swan Hill. Go to swanhilltrots.com.au. Dunk, these are some of the... So when you said there, he's the sire of On Bobby. He's also the sire of Just a Bit Touchy, so a dam sire. Bangles. Of course, they're full sisters, those two. On Bobby, and then also Lady Adelia.
Yep.
So that party ticks that box. Sire of Millionaire, and we forget this horse, Tornado Valley. We shouldn't forget him. Was he 2-time Great Southern Star winner?
Maybe. Yeah, and don't forget Pink Galahs, what a superstar she was. So he just keeps doing it.
Got to get to that. Sire of the 2023 and 2025 West Australian Trotting Cup winner in Patch. 2025 Inter-Dominion Heat winner in Golden Sunset. Pink Galahs, 142. Sire of 7 Group 1 winners, 6 Group 2 winners. Over 7.6 million in stakes, 6 at 200,000 plus earners, 24 at over 100,000, 3 Vic Bred champions, 44 in 2 minutes, and 3 in 155. And those stats were from last August, or August just gone. So, yep, all that for $2,000. It's ridiculous.
I think the staggering statistic is his progeny have won $7.6 million.
Yep.
And his service fee is $2,000.
Yep.
I don't have to say anything else. If I had a broodmare in my back paddock and I thought that I had a chance to breed, then if I went to a stallion and you told me he won $7.6 million, I wouldn't be able to get her over there quick enough.
This is the other one, though, here, Dunk, as well. So he's currently, at the time of this, he was second on this year's winners list and third on the prize money. But this one,
correct,
and an amazing 73% winners to starters, Australian bred foals, $40,000 average per starter. They're just ridiculous, those sorts of figures. You make the races, can win races, you're going to average 40,000. That's just crazy.
Well, there's no other one doing it. No. So I don't know. I mean, I've extolled his virtues for years and years and years, and the bread and to be respectful, the bread and butter breeder who's looking for for his next opportunity in his future. If he's got one broodmare in the paddock or three broodmares in the paddock,
Just breaking up.
average progeny is earning 40,000. Well, you just got to go there, don't you?
Yep. No, absolutely. And as I said, we had a winner last week, so I am probably a little bit more parochial than normal, but I do love our little filly, and she's hopefully continues to progress on, which is what we're after. Aldebaran Zeus at $3,500 plus GST, and Sky Valley $2,000 plus GST here in Australia. In New Zealand, you've got the access to Aldebaran Zeus at $3,500, and also Aldebaran Eagle at $3,450, including GST on him plus GST for Zeus. Contact the team at Aldebaran Park is the best way to do, or Andrew Fitzgerald. I don't have a picture of anything at all, Dunk. I haven't got his phone number. I apologise for that one.
You'll have it next week when you rerun some ads in static, okay? But Andrew's done a fantastic job. People in New Zealand, he's often racing. People know who Andrew Fitzgerald is, and he's done a wonderful job looking after Aldebaran Park over there. And I mean, all we need to continue to say is the horses are doing the numbers, and the numbers are doing the horses. So more than happy to take a phone call. Google us, look us up, and all the details and stallion booking forms are all on the website.
Yep, absolutely, and it is very simple. I actually can do that. I'll go to it off this one. If I click over here, I'm actually onto that. So you just basically go to the stallions, pick your stallion. So we've gone to Zeus there. Then you can go straight into his brochure. Click on the brochure forms. They come up there. It is. I just got to bail out of that one. Everything is there. Semen order forms, the whole lot, inquiries, box and dice. All the horses are there. So for the New Zealanders as well, forget Dancing in the Dark, but Aldebaran Eagle is there as well. And Sky Valley. So get involved with all of those. Just go to aldebaranpark.com and you'll be able to access that from anywhere in the world.
Yeah, just back to Dancing in the Dark. I mean, we spoke to Sweden recently. He's been serving mares up initially with Frozen that we sent up, but he's also finished off his season up there with children. Anyone has the misfortune of losing their Dancing in the Darks, then just give us a call. We're here to help you, and we're here to look after you. We can't give you any more semen at the moment, but if there's anyone has the misfortune of not being able to produce their foal after they've paid their service fee, just it's a phone call away, and we'll look after everybody as we need to.
No, absolutely. As always, mate, thank you very much. Could talk to you forever. I'll get you on FaceTime one day and have a full-on show. For some reason, we're cutting out. I don't know if it's your end or mine every now and then, but as I know you're going to say hot to trot, and we are, and we want to get people breeding and enjoying this great industry and climbing it back up to where it belongs.
Absolutely, Paul, and as you've said, we're hot to trot at Aldebaran Park and here to look after anyone that's interested in breeding their mare this coming season. So let's get on with it and let's look after each other.
Duncan, can I just, before I do hang up on you, mate, the Summer Carnival has been announced just recently. And the schedule there, put your trotting hat on. It is just ridiculous. Anyone looking at this tile there at the minute, the gold are Group 1s. So over a 7-week period, I think it is.
13th of January to the 28th of Feb.
Starts off with the Aldebaran Park Murray Mile, $100,000, and the Bendigo Trotters Cup, both on the same night. So make sure you're aware of that. It is a Group 2 and goes right through to the Lynn McPherson Breed for Speed night, and that it's pretty exciting fixture, pretty exciting time of year. Great Southern Star. There's so much to look forward to, and it's great that they're on an even playing field, if you like, with the Pacers. Maybe not as prize money, but going to be touted and paraded out there on level playing fields.
I think a couple of things. First of all, congratulations to Bendigo. The Mary Mile gone to 100,000. It's the first Group 1 first Group 1 race in the Southern Hemisphere, and we've moved it. It's been moved back a while to try and tighten up the Summer Carnival, and congratulations to Harness Racing Victoria. But you know, the first 100,000 to start with, and I think if you go through it and have a look at it, if you had a trotter in New Zealand and anywhere in the world, with the prize money on offer, including the Great Southern Star, then you know it's worth sending all your trotters. Harness Racing Victoria are interested in attracting those good trotters over from New Zealand. And Pat and I are obviously looking at trying to attract trotters, and others, of course, trying to attract trotters from Northern Hemisphere. The other thing I think is important is that don't forget the Redwood Carnival, the Aldebaran Park Redwood Carnival, which is fully launched now. It's on a Friday and a Sunday. And to have two Group 1s, the Derby and the Redwood, and the minimum prize money on Redwood Day has been lifted to $10,000 to try and spread the love, if you like. And whilst the Derby and the Redwood may have reduced in prize money, I'm sure that there are a lot of people that are very satisfied that the minimum stake prize money on Redwood Day in conjunction with Harness Racing Victoria and with Maryborough is $10,000 races. And I think that is something that I have no doubt that the people that have been, on the back of the prize money and where things have been heading to actually have a day where the minimum is 10 in Victoria is an outstanding result by all parties.
Yeah, absolutely. Get in touch with the team at aldebaranpark.com. Duncan McPherson can be contacted anytime. He loves a chat. He doesn't do anything else. I don't know how you get any work done, actually, sometimes, but it is all good. But please, we want Sky Valley, Aldebaran Zeus, Aldebaran Eagle available exclusive in New Zealand. We want people to get involved, don't we, Don?
Thanks for your time, Paul. As always, everyone's sick of my dulcet tones, and I'm sure you've got other people banked up on your ready bank, mate. So we'll sign off and just say simply, we're hot to trot at Aldebaran Park.
Mate, I'm looking after the guys who look after me, yourself, Yabby Dam Farms, and the guys at Woodlands. Not just those guys that look after me, but as far as people with stallions, and that's what we want to do. We want to get people out there breeding, so I really appreciate it, mate. You'll be back on. It's not your last time, won't be your last rodeo, I can tell you.
No worries. All the best to everybody, and good luck to everybody who's considering breeding this coming season.
Thanks, mate.
Good on you. Take care, Paul.
Duncan McPherson there, and apologies for that dropping out just a little bit from time to time, but I do think that Summer Carnival was pretty impressive, and when you see it's a waste of time, I was trying to put my mouse cursor over it, but you've got all those races going through. When is Redwood Day? In October. Give me 1 second. We'll find that one for you, Jamie. Well done the overnight too, Jamie. He also had a winner there going forward. But Group 1s. There is 6 Group 1s in 7 days for the trotters. There's actually 8 because there's 2 on the one day as well. So we want to make sure people can get involved. In that's something about Mari and the Kilmore Trotters Cup on the same night. You've got the Great Southern Star the week after, Just Believe Grand Prix, and the Lynn McPherson Need for Speed. So some really, really cool racing coming up, which we want to make sure people are aware of. Great for the Pacers as well. Hunter Cup and the Queen of the Pacific, Kilmore Pacing Cup, Cranbourne Cup. You start off with the Bendigo Cup, Shepparton, and then Ballarat. Then you go Cranbourne, Kilmore, and into the AG Hunter Cup. So it's going to be a very, very exciting time of the year for everyone going around. Now, I will do that on this computer here. I'm sure it's in October. Just bear with me 1 minute. And where is this thing here? Meeting calendar. We better change the date. Pretty sure if I go October, I'll be safe. States all search. Oh, yeah, that just shows what I was doing, and then that way it's not as boring as watching me go through. But if we can find last week, this will be it. Last week in October, the 31st is the Friday meeting. So that is a meeting leading into the Redwood. And then if we click back here and we'll go to the 2nd of November, Sunday the 2nd of November, you've got Maryborough Trotters Cup, the Matchmaker Mile, 65 to 79, horses that haven't won a $15,000 race. So look at the prize money there, 30, 17, 17, 15, 56 to 64 at 10, $60,000 Victorian Trotters Derby, $12,000 gold bracelet, $60,000 Redwood Classic, and a 3-year-old, 10,000, and a 2-year-old, 10,000 as well. So huge day of all trotters. So that is the 2nd of November there, Jamie. So plenty to look forward to, and that support meeting is on the Friday. So again, for all the trotters, and going to be terrific. And I think that fits in pretty good with a few of the other guys going forward. Rightio, one more of my great supporters that look after me so well to get onto the phone. Hopefully I can get him. I did say I'd call him before 7, and it is going to be just before 7, but hopefully we can get the great man to answer. I've got to go that way. Change hats if he answers. I owe Duncan a little bit because I was a bit quick. Mark Hughes.
Hollywood, evening. How are we?
Very, very good. Normally, I get nervous when people say something. I just expect something out of your mouth. That is for sure. Firstly, welcome and thank you for joining me. You're in New South Wales. You're on the road, which is important.
Yeah, absolutely. Arrived in Sydney late today, so got some things to do here tomorrow, and Bathurst, Young, Orange, and Wagga on Friday. So big solid road trip, as they say.
It's important, no, to get it out there, get the message out there, and as they say, kiss the babies if you like.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think it's one of the parts of the business. Is connecting with people, catching up with them, seeing what's happening in the trenches, and getting around people, mate. And, just talking about the business, So always look forward to these trips. Obviously this week, and I'll be in Tasmania next week as well. So yeah, looking forward to that as well.
Let's start off with Tassie, Hughesy. Of course, the Tasmanian Trading Club, Hobart, effectively as it is. Woodlands have got on board there with some sponsorship, and the club are over the moon by it. I know that, talking to Steve Devereaux the other day. Well, not talking to him, just texting him, actually.
No, look, we had an approach from Steve, and we're happy to be on board down there. Tasmanian folk have bred with us religiously over the journey, starting right with the top with Barry Rattray, right through to breeders that only do 1 or 2 with us, or 1 every year. So fertile ground over there. Woodlands horses have performed very successfully. They're over the journey. So, delighted to be on board.
My favourite Tasmanian, Brookie Hammond. I don't know if she's watching or not. I haven't had a chance to see who is actually watching, and to everyone who is watching, thank you and welcome. But she's a great supporter of the Woodlands, and her and Melissa Main, they actually said a quirky little thing to me one day that they just get on any of your stallions because they all work.
Brooke and Melissa have been super supporters of ours over the journey, and I'll be in Launceston late next week, so I might reach out to Tasmania's leading seafood expert there. She's got a great little business there in Launceston, and catch up with her. So I'm sure she might be able to get me some oysters collared. That'd be a first.
Yeah, well, I've got a hat up here, but I don't have the new fish one. I've got the Brooklyn Page Bloodstock hat, but I don't have the new the other one. So yeah, hopefully, you never know, you might be able to get one of those.
I'll put my hand up for one of those, but we'll find some of that beautiful Tasmanian seafood as well.
Definitely not. So, sorry, mate, I'm just trying to find something. Someone's just sent me a picture which maybe have something to do with the show, maybe not. I don't know. It's not coming through anyway. There it is there. Yeah, that's what I do have to do too. So he's a good man, Marburg. We've got to get behind that. I'll make sure I do that in a minute. Well done to you, Maddie. I'll be able to put that photo up. Sorry, Hughesy. Of course, Bathurst sponsoring the whole meeting there, but great supporters. Another great area. Spoke to Bardo about it right through the Riverina. It's amazing the way they get behind everyone.
Bathurst is obviously, and Wagga are the 2 preeminent places in New South Wales for harness racing. There's no doubt about that. Looking forward to getting around to those meetings and catching up with people on Friday and Wednesday and in between. So, could be a very, very good trip.
No, very good. Roddy Marcia saying terrible audio, very crackly at times. Hopefully I'll fix that, Roddy. It might just be my microphone one. I don't have my headphones in because I can't get me podcast. I mean, podcaster might be playing up a bit on me. I might have an issue there, but we'll try and get that fixed, Roddy. I apologise. But yeah, we will get that up and going. Mate, the boys are doing a terrific job. You've got the early bird special with Bettor's Delight. We want to make sure people are aware of that.
Yeah, look, there's an early bird there for those that want to touch base with us about his service fee. So get in touch about that. Another big day in the trenches for Sweet Lou. 4 winners at Pinjarra today. 5 of the 6 Westbred heats in WA today by our sires. The 3-year-olds at Pinjarra today, Lou. Our great mate American Ideal and Vic down by the seaside. So yeah, if people want to get in touch with us to breed with our roster, looking forward to those phone calls.
Yep. We had Mwanga. He's the first horse to qualify for the New Zealand Race Series. He's the son of Better's Delight. For Regan Todd, actually helps me Brecken Farms badging as well.
Yeah, lovely horse. Real nice, typical, Better's Delight, tough staying horse with a little bit of speed. And, he's straight into the cup there after winning the feature race there at Addington on Friday night.
Great to see Cam Kirkwood walking him in. He's got his R.M. Williams jacket on. He's got his R.M. Williams shoes on. I'll tell you what, he's worse than me, Hughesy.
Yeah. Well, that's some nice marketing, mate. R.M. Williams is Australian, isn't it? So
yeah, over there in New Zealand, but there is plenty of upside there. Woodlands winners tomorrow, mate. We've bunkered down on down by the seaside, or Rocky as we affectionately call him. Pretty exciting couple of things going on, or weeks going on there with him.
Yeah. Look, his last fortnight, it's been quite amazing in 4 jurisdictions: Australia, New Zealand, Canada, and USA. Sire, his great horse by the Missile equaled the Canadian record there on the weekend in the pacing derby. He went 146 and 4, or 146 and 8/10 for Australians. And some great winners at Scioto Downs. Big weekend in Australia through Melton, Albion Park, Menangle. And also as well in New Zealand, mate, kicked some goals at Gore with his babies yesterday, and a good winner today as well in Pinjarra in the heat of the Westbred 3-year-old. So boys on fire.
Yeah, I did the different gravy. I didn't even ask you this week. I went with Harrisburg Heist. That's him getting up the inside there. I think they run 46 and something here, getting home. He's a gelding, this horse. It's going to be exciting. He's a bit of a by the missile, Hughes. We're going to be able to watch him going through their grades for a few years to come over there in America. It's going to be a lot of fun watching these horses.
Yeah, look, he was very impressive at the Red Mile today there in Kentucky, and starting to build a really good record as well, that horse. And Seaside, I think today, second on the 2-year-old size list in North America, third on the 3-year-old list, just building a really, really strong brand up there. Pleased that he shuttled down again this season for Southern Hemisphere breeders. None of this frozen semen, mate. Horses on the plane, horses fertile, horses doing the job.
Yeah, no, it is super exciting. Not a lot of stallions at the team. I don't think you've had a new season sire come in for a couple of years now, Hughesy. I reckon 3 years maybe. Since we've Lather Up would have been the last new boy.
Yeah, Lather Up would have been the last new boy that came down for us. So we're fairly methodical about what we do. We're quite happy to play the long game, and we'll patiently wait. I'm pretty sure there'll be some movement at the station next season.
Yep. Well, don't have to worry too much when you've got Better's, Sweet Lou, down by the seaside, Lather Up. Unfortunately, well, actually, I'll tell you what I'll do. We'll do this first. I've got too many things on here. I've got to get these worked out. That's a New Zealand one. We'll go the Australian one first. Usually, Better's Delight for 27,500 plus the early bird. You can get in a little bit cheaper. Down by the seaside, Lather Up at 4-4, Speeding Spur at 1-1, and Sweet Lou, who is booked out. But he is standing there at 17.6 here in Australia. But for the Kiwis, they get the added advantage of American Ideal. Usually one of yours and mine, and I think the whole farm's favourites. American Ideal there at $9,000 plus a GST.
Yeah, frozen semen for him in New Zealand. So I think the shrewder breeders will take advantage of that. A Westbred winner today. He won the 3-year-old division of the New York size stake, the $190,000 feature today at Tioga Downs, did American Ideal. So he keeps on rocking and rolling. And there's some murmur about Call to Water now being a possible player in the Eureka Saturday week for him. So just been a great sire for a long, long time. And as you're well aware, we continue to celebrate his greatness.
Yeah, no, he's a jet, that's for sure. So good, Roddy's happy. So I apologise for that. Hughesy, as always, great chat. Tune in to Woodlands winners tomorrow. A little bit of fun, but so if you're looking at a son of Sun Beach somewhere, tune in tomorrow. His stats are just ridiculous. The job that he's doing, American Idol. Down by the seaside. How'd I go there?
Yeah. Look, his numbers are certainly very, very good, and and we're another. What we believe is a very good choice to stay in for breeders. His price this year is very, very reasonable for those wanting to get a very good horse, and probably from a commercial breeding point as well. There wasn't a lot of horses sold for over $100,000 in both countries last year, but he certainly got that done in the sale ring as well. So at 8,800 to Australian breeders, we think he's unbelievable value.
Yep. Husey, well done. I will let you go, mate, because I know you're having tea and looking after customers, isn't that, as well? So I think thank you very much for joining me. Thanks for giving me a bit of time. I know you enjoy promoting, but you also got to have some time off as well, mate. But just wanted to quickly say with the Swan Hill Stallion tender as well is on, and of course you guys have well and truly got behind them there as well. Jared Maloney's just sent me a message. Do I want to talk? I could talk forever, so I reckon I might ring Jared after this and just see what he's up to. I'll just see what he's up to. I've got that firing in over the top, mate, so we could definitely do that. But there's 14 stallions available, but Woodlands got behind it. Consistency is what Woodlands are about. You always get behind Swan Hill. Swan Hill always get behind you guys.
Yeah, no, proud to be part of that again. So with Seaside and Lather Up. And there's another tender closing in the next couple of days as well for the Darling Downs Harness Racing Club. There's a Lather.
Duncan made mention of this too. How do I find it?
So it's on the Australian Pacing Gold website. They run it for the Darling Downs. So have a look on the APG website. That tender closes on the 27th, I think, but you might want to double check that when you have a sticky bit.
Rightio. Okay, leave that one with me.
Yep.
I'll endeavour to find that.
It's on the APG website. So yeah.
Under what?
Under Darling Downs Stallion Tender. So yeah.
No. Yeah, that might be it there.
Yeah, click on there. There's I think there's 7 or 8 stallions available from memory.
Don't think that's it. Oh yeah, yep, they are too. So Tintin, go here. Tintin in America. Imperial Count. He's on a few of these other ones. No, that's not it. I went to the wrong one, Husey. I'm bloody hopeless. But anyway.
No, I think that's it. I think it's there. They're on there, and
I only had the 2 stallions.
Okay, there's a few on there from memory. So yeah.
No, hang on. I might have it here now. Yep, this is better. This will work better. Colt 31, Sky Valley, Tintin in America, Imperial Count, Lather Up, Modern Art, Ride High, Warrawee Needy, all are all there. So yep, go to the APG site and you'll be able to follow that and be able to find those guys there. So of course, Lather Up, huge opportunity for anyone, Husey, that wants to get involved with him from a Woodlands point of view.
Yeah, no, get involved there, and as we're well aware, those stallion tenders, really good savings for breeders, but also $1 for the clubs. They raise money to put back into the sport as well.
And I think Darling Downs are trying to get back into harness racing. That's the trick with that, I believe. So yeah, which is always important and cool. Jamie Egan says here, well done for our trotter the other night, Wednesday night. Great to see Grant back in the bike. We need to start a campaign, Husey, to get Grano back in the sulky more often, mate.
Yeah. No, his percentages are pretty solid, aren't they? So
yep. Yeah, no, he's got a pretty good strike rate, that's for sure. He comes out of hibernation every now and then, so he'll be fine. He's better off doing these sorts of things, I think, than some of the other stuff he's doing. But yep, Husey, thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Catch up.
It's Mark Hughes, and as I said, the guys are awesome to me. Now I am going to Jared Maloney, if you are watching. Get you on. Right, this is going to get... Oh, no. Well done to you, Maddie. Talk about outstanding service, Maddie Clayton. So this is one that I have to get on. Just we'll go to that. And we'll click over onto this button here. So this is the Queensland's first All Trotters Day. I'm just going to chance my arm and see if I can blow it up. There we are. That's a little bit bigger there. Full program to come, supporting program from there. So Sunday the 19th of October, you can see down there underneath all the classes or horses are there. Might just have to pinch it down a little bit. Marburg Harness Racing Association is proud to present the Harriet's Day, Queensland's first All Trotters Day. So get involved with that. I actually probably could have done it through here this way. Just bear with me for a sec, because Maddie's actually given me another one that we might be able to get the message out there as well with. It'll do it this way. It's just as easy to do it this way, but that's actually about the Darling Downs auction. I think if I go back here, we're good to go. Yep, so there you are. There's all the stallions and that there. I don't have the bottom part of that actually because it's just a screenshot. But Darling Down Harness Racing Club, go there, follow the links to that if you want to get involved with the auction, and you can see there Colt 31, Sky Valley, Tintin in America, Imperial Count, Lather Up, Modern Art, Ride High, and Warrawee Needy. So thank you very much, Maddie, for that. Makes it a lot better, and that's how this show works. You don't just have to do the things on there. I will get Sean on next week, Maddie. That's one thing I will do as well going forward. What I am going to try to do is very dangerously, I'm going to ring Jared. We'll just give him a call. I like cold calling people and seeing how it goes. No, I actually won't, because we've still got a couple of weeks to go with the Stay Tender. We want to make sure people are aware of it. I've got a couple of other things to get through. I'm going to, next week's show, we'll have Sean Gillespie and Jared Maloney on, as well as potentially a couple of other people. But yeah, with so many things that are coming on. So Sean and Jared, you guys are on next week's show, and we want to get the message out there with those. But the Swan Hill Stay Tender, I've put that's a Summer Carnival. It's that one there. Put the graphic over a few times. You can see there, as I said, Down by the Seaside, King of the North, Lather Up. I can keep up with them now. Elite Stride Trotter, Aldebaran Zeus Trotter, Pastor Stephen Trotter. That's 3 trotters. Ride High Pacer, Raging Bull Pacer. Soho Tribeca. I might be wrong here. Sky Valley is 4. Imperial Count is 5. Sundon's Courage 6. Kin Van Avenger 7. And Call Me the Breeze is 8. So there is just over the mark. Get in touch with swanhilltrots.com.au to go there, go onto their website. I can do that. We'll flick over. Let's have some fun. I haven't had some chaos. Oh, got to do that for a start. We'll go to this one. We'll type in Swan Hill. Swan Hill. I think it's actually Trots. Yeah, it's that second one there. I hope it is Swan Hill Trotting Club. So it is swanhilltrots.com.au. You'll go over here, got all their news, galleries, photos. Just click on the Stay in Tender component and then scroll down. Click there for your forms. So your forms are quite easy to see. Simply click on the form. Click on each Stay in below for more information. So, okay, let's see what happens here. So we'll click on Down by the Seaside. Oh, wow, how cool is that? So then you go to Down by the Seaside. Well done. Let's not throw them under the bus. Let's go King of the North. Lower Long Farms. This one takes a second because I just want to make sure that you are actually a real person. And King of the North is there. Didn't quite go to his page, but that doesn't matter. 2 clicks and you're there. You can see there all the information with King of the North going through there and his videos. So I think I click out of that. Call Me the Breeze. We'll go to that. Let's go here. We'll give each and every one of those. That actually doesn't take you. That takes you to an advert. So that one will get redirected, I would imagine, once he's there. Call Me the Breeze. Lather Up. We've done Elite Stride. The guys at Aldebaran, great supporters. This will come up because it redirects you to that page. And there you have Elite Stride, $3,800, his race record, his progeny, what he's doing. He's actually done a pretty good job already in the breeding barn. Galatrex, Jay's, all that, Who's Your Daddy, El Perfecto, Howdy Mate, and Vance Lane. Of course, Howdy Mate, he won the Gavin Lane first up, so he's done a very, very good job as well. There will be one, Aldebaran Zeus, so yep, straight to the Duncan McPherson site, which we just went to just there before. Aldebaran, there's a couple people here that I want to make sure. Balmoral Stud, Imperial Count, goes straight to him. So that's terrific. You can find out plenty more about him. This is really cool. And there you are, Truscott Lodge as well. So it takes you there to those guys. So well done to Swan Hill. Doing it a bit differently as well. So you've got the links that can go through there. Get in touch with the team though at Swan Hill Trots. Doesn't close till the September the 9th. I'm 99% sure. Better just make sure. I'm sure that's when it closes. There's actually no information there on the closing date. We should possibly get that one done, but that's okay. It is after. It is after September the 2nd. I know that when it closes because I'm actually going to go to that Swan Hill meeting and we'll get some information out there for that one as well. So make sure you're across that. Oh, that just started. Sorry. I was like, what's going on here? But that just started there as well. So make sure you can go there and get that one out as well. So plenty of information there for everyone. I did say there before that Moanga for Brecken Farms, they're actually not down as a breeder of Moanga, but Moanga was foaled down, born, bred, raised, went for the yearling sales at NZB, sold for $100,000. And he is a graduate and he's one of the first horses to qualify for the New Zealand Cup second Tuesday in November, coming around very, very fast. Possibly should get someone on from New Zealand at some stage. Not sure who we'll get on. Might even try and get Brad Steele on or something. Why not? We could get Cam Kirkwood. He used to do a few things for us. The hairline is still receding, but he does have a little bit more than me. So well done to you, Cam. And the guys at NZB, check this out. This was yearling inspections last week. And I believe they had to get out of the car not far after that. Like, that's cold. You can actually see, it's not. I thought it was ice on the bonnet. It's a reflection, I suspect. Maybe, I'm not sure. Great to see it's from the passenger seat too. So responsible driving. But that's a cool scene, that, and just makes you feel nice and cold before the summer carnival coming around very, very soon. So, yeah. So thank you very much to all of that. Do not forget my great supporters, Brecken Farms, Barristock, as well. I've got a couple of things. That was one of the text messages that I had. So, yeah, make sure you get in touch with the team at Barristock for all your feed needs. Been great supporters of Campbell's Comments. Want to make sure we continue to support all of my people in that sense. Nutrien. Of course, yearling sale nominations close on the 1st of September, 6 days away. So make sure you get your in for that with all the sales dates out going forward. That was the wrong button. Oh, it doesn't matter. This one will do. Tasmania on the 14th of February, Valentine's Day. I've said that before. That great chance to get a Valentine's present. Sunshine Stars, Queensland, 22nd of February. Going forward, it's a little bit slower this video than I remember. 8th of March, Chariots of Fire weekend in Sydney. Going to be some massive horses in there. It's, that was a record breaker last year at $280,000, but who knows what will happen this year. Bathurst on the 22nd of March, tying in with the Bathurst Gold Crown Race Series as well. And then the 12th of April for Melbourne, the yearling sales there as well. I think she goes for 230,000, the Mine Mackenzie. So record for a filly. And as we're saying, Duncan McPherson and I were saying there, great to have these fillies, if you like, stepping up and getting the mark where they should. It's really exciting. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It goes that way too. I should be able to do it that way. You can see me on the computer, so I do cheat. That one is actually just on Facebook. There's another one here. There's a camera there. There's a phone here. There's a tablet there that's actually not on. But yeah, I do cheat, and I do apologise for the audio. And I'm annoyed with this podcaster. I've got to get it working better. There's a way it can do it. It's a very good podcaster, but it's not playing the game for me right at the minute. So I think that's all the news that I have out there. Great supporters from Campbell's Comments. There's plenty of news, always plenty of news, but just every now and then I want to make sure I look after my the people who look after me so well. Just making sure I go through all of those and make sure I put all those rosters up there. Stay-on rosters are up there, Nutrien dates. As I said, not a lot of New Zealand content at the minute, but with Moanga for the guys at Brecken Farms. But yeah, so righto, I'm going to call it a night. Bit of fun. Tune in next week. Sean Gillespie, you'll be on, and also Jared Maloney will definitely be on at a minimum. And there might actually be a bonus show next week as well with the Nutrient Sales Series at Bendigo. We might even go there and just do a live from there, even if we only do it for an hour or two prior to the start of the first race, and go from there. But make sure we can continue to get the message out there about breeding being fun, and also all of these horses going around. So thank you very much. Do not forget, sorry, that's actually what I was going to do, please. Oh, two things. So the guys at Wagga Riverina Harness Club have done have had a pretty cool day today. So they managed to get a heap of people involved in horses, and today their little gelding, Believe in Dreams. That one there, Believe in Dreams for Bruce Hartley, ran second, qualifies for the Group 2, $100,000 Group 2 Challenge Blue for the 2-year-old colts and geldings. Friday week, so well done to them guys. They've got this, I forget how many first-time owners they have got in these horses. It will be on Eureka night. It's interesting that horse is Eureka eligible. Whether there'll be a Eureka around when he races, who knows. It's had 3 starts now for 10th, a 5th, and now a 2nd. Of course, beautifully bred out of Jacket Kelly. But yeah, one of the syndicate-owned horses. So looking forward to seeing that horse get to the races next in big time. And who knows, he might even be able to win on that occasion. And while we've got this one up, what I'll do is bail back to this one because I thought it might have stayed there, but it didn't, unfortunately. And yeah, just try and get this one to open up, but please, no, it doesn't want to do it. I don't know why. Every now and then things just don't play the game for me, but we'll go to this button here. Remember to go to the Riverina Paceway. So Riverina Paceway on all socials. You'll be able to get up with it. And let's lend a helping hand for Ash Hart. She's one of our own, so let's get behind her. She is 28 years of age and she has got breast cancer and she needs as much help and support as she can. So you can get behind them. The message is there. I read the message at the start of the show, but please get behind it. Get involved. Click on the Auctions Plus link. Follow all the information. If you want more information, if you're not sure how to register for bid and the likes, get in touch with Laura Dybert or the team at Auctions Plus. There's how-tos. It's very simple. And well done to all the people who have donated and getting behind that as well. I'm sure they'll probably be able to bring up some more as we go through. But congratulations to all those guys, and we will continue to promote that as it goes along here on Campbell's Comments. But we want people to get behind it so that we can help Ash in her time of need fight a very, very horrible disease that we all get behind so well in this industry. As I said, pacing for pink. Really got to find that pink hat wherever it's gone, but it'll be here somewhere. But thank you very much. All right, guys, thank you so much for the show, getting involved with it. A bit random, please. If you're thinking about breeding, get in touch with the guys at Woodlands Stud, Aldebaran Park, or Yabby Dam Farms /Harasta Trotters for all your stallion needs. Ask them, no questions too small. Mark Hughes is on the road this week and next week in Tassie, I think he's going to be. So make sure you get involved there. The team at Yabby Dam Farms and Harasta Trotters are always available. I believe they'll be at Bendigo Wednesday week for the Nutrients Trotting Series. They'll be set up there with a trade display. And Duncan McPherson, always there for a chat, always there to chat about the industry and get behind the industry as well. So please support them. Plus NZB, Nutrient Standardbreds, Brecken Farms and Barristock, all massive supporters of Campbell's Comments. I can't do this stuff without these guys. Promoting this industry, promoting their product is easy because they are all professionals and then leaders in their field. So I really do appreciate it. See you all next week for On Loose Lines. Not sure what else will be coming out this week for Campbell's Comments, but there'll be plenty of stuff coming out. But please, get behind the Ash Hart. If nothing else, give the Riverina Paceway a follow and get involved. Thank you. See you guys next week.